hair look okay? What's up, guys? Quick video for you today. I want to do a review on a knife I recently picked up, which is the Great Eastern Cutlery Farm and Field Pocket Carver. See how nice that is? I'm kind of new to whittling and wood carving, maybe like a year into it, and I am by no means nearly as good as guys like Gene Messer, Doug Linker, any of those other guys that are on YouTube, Instagram. I'm still very new to this, and really I don't get a chance to carve that much. Maybe once a week, every other week, due to work and stuff like that. But anyway, I do a lot of backpacking and bushcraft stuff. If you've seen my other videos, or if you're just here for the review for this bad boy, I was looking for something more portable than taking like a whole kit with my normal whittling knives and such. So this seemed to fit the bill. It is 1095 high carbon steel, so right out of the gate, I'm familiar with that because of my bushcraft knives. Most of them are like that. And yeah, I was curious to see how well it will be as an actual user instead of something that's just a collectible kind of thing. So it does have 3 blades. One big blade that I would probably use for most of the rough out stuff and probably most of the carving, and then a small Warncliffe blade that you could use for more detail work. So I have a few other knives to show you as far as comparisons go. If you're newer like me, there's a good chance you started out with a standard Mora whittling knife, or possibly even your regular old Swiss Army knife. So I can tell you specs, lengths, and all that stuff all day long, but I feel like showing them side by side does a lot better. So there's the large Warncliffe blade on the GEC knife compared to the Mora. Large blade compared to the SAC, and then of course the more detailed sized blade with the SAC. So that gives you an idea. If you have been into it long enough to where you've upgraded past, knives like those, like maybe you have an OCC Tools knife or something, which I love this thing. This is what I use primarily. You can see the blade size is fairly close to that guy. So this is what I do most of my carvings with. Not that I'm anything special, because I'm not. Now, as far as lengths, let's stick with this. I'm sorry, not lengths, but widths. So, you kind of see the geometry of this little guy is thicker at the base than at the top, whereas like the OCC Tools is a little more uniform. So I feel like that really helps with V-cuts and such like that. The Mora, it's night and day. It's way thicker than that. And then, of course, with the SAC is actually thinner there. Pretty close to that. So I hope that helps give you an idea of the geometry of the blades, because that does, come into play. It's very important when you're carving. Different geometries make different cuts easier, harder, that kind of thing. When you have something like this, it's got like a pretty aggressive, pretty serious Scandi edge, that goes to like a thick edge, or thick spine rather. Your V-cuts can't be as deep because there's too much meat on the knife, or it'll push the wood out, and that's when you start snapping pieces off and things like that. And then you get mad and you're throwing things in the house, and the dog's freaking out. So now that we've looked at the blade a little bit compared to some other ones, the big question for me was, will it cut? As I like to say on that one TV show. Because I can buy pocket knives all day long, but if I can't use them, then they're pointless to me. I'm not a collector. So the big thing is how will it perform on some basswood, regular old block of wood. So let's do some cuts and see how it does. All right, let's start off with a few basic cuts that you can see I've been doing with a small piece of basswood. If I can try to get the angle for the camera right as well. So that's not even that much pressure, and you can see that it's biting into the wood very well. So little V-cuts, when you're starting your rough outs, you end up doing a lot of those, right? Should probably look at the wood and not the camera. Now, will it work for removing big pieces of wood? Oh, yeah. No problem there. What about like a good swoop cut? So it looks like there's not a problem with that either. So all in all, I think this little guy is going to work. Yeah, that's nice. You guys like my thumb guard? What about my glove? It's all taped up. Anyway, that's going to do it today for this review of the GEC Great Eastern Cutlery Farm and Field Pocket Carver. So once again, 3 Warncliffe blades, 1095 high carbon steel, and it seems like it's going to be a great user. So this is the knife I'm going to throw in my pack when I go on backpacking trips, bushcraft trips, that kind of thing. So I hope this video helped you guys. Anybody out there looking for a pocket knife for whittling and carving? So I think this might be a winner for you. And on that note, I am going on a trip this coming up week to Georgia. So unless something happens with work. So I'm gonna go start packing for that. And I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching.